Breaking their silence, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes say, "We lost the jobs we love because we love each other." In their amazing relationship, the former GMA3 anchors talked about it on Tuesday's Amy and TJ podcast premiere. On Tuesday, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes discussed their relationship and the consequences of going public with their affair for the first time. The former GMA3 What You Need to Know co-anchors opened out about leaving the ABC show in the premiere episode of Amy and TJ podcast, their new iHeartRadio podcast. Holmes referred to them as the folks who lost the jobs we love because we love each other. "The main reason we are here right now is because of it," stated 46-year-old Holmes. The podcast premiere, according to 50-year-old Robach, is the first time we get to say what happened and where we are today. She continued, describing the two of them as having gone through a year of hell, and providing an overview of their courtship, referring to it as the most beautiful relationship I've ever had in my life. "In the end, all of us are always rooting for love," she stated. "Things don't always go as planned or take place where you intended. When it's real, it's undeniable, difficult to navigate, and requires skill. Relationships are difficult, messy, and imperfect, but we have battled for love, and I can honestly say that I have never felt happier," said Robach. "With me as my closest friend." Holmes continued, saying, "Bottom line, we have not said this. He said that he's the happiest and healthiest that I've been in my life. We are planning a future together since I'm in love with this woman and she's in love with me. A lot of you understand that life, love, marriage, relationships can be messy, and usually are," Holmes stated. Robach and Holmes made their relationship Instagram official on November 1st, the same day they first revealed their podcast endeavor. It's ironic that the announcement of their debut on December 5th occurs precisely a year after Kim Godwin, president of ABC News, called for their suspension when rumors of their office romance began to circulate. When this was happening, a source told People that GMA decided to have a period of cooling down because they thought this was unwanted attention. A representative for ABC said that the decision was made after several productive conversations with Amy Robach and TJ Holmes about different options. People later confirmed in January that the two were officially leaving the series. In reference to the podcast's December 5th launch, Robach said, "Today is a special day. It's almost fitting that this podcast will launch on December 5th, as today was exactly 1 year ago on December 5th of last year, when we were instructed not to report to work." Holmes chuckled, "We never got a follow-up call to say come back," and Robach concurred. It was the exact opposite. When images of Robach and Holmes cuddling up together appeared in November 2022, the world learned about their romance. Robach had not yet officially announced her split from her actor spouse Andrew Shue, nor had Holmes disclosed his divorce from his lawyer wife Marilee Fiebig. A year ago, there were rumors that they were having an affair, a prior insider told People. Because of the apparent mutual fondness, many people thought there might have been some truth behind it. They all claimed to be happily married, so in the end, everyone wrote it down to friendship. To be clear, we were outed as being in a relationship, but everyone else thought we were being outed as adulterers, being outed as cheating on our spouses, and it wasn't the case because the odd thing is, the day those pictures were taken and the day that article was released, Holmes clarified, denying that they had ever had an affair on their podcast. "At that time, we were both going through a divorce," Robach said. "We had attorneys, mediators, we were in the middle of divorces," adding that her spouse had moved out of their shared home 3 months earlier when the couple's initial photo was shot. Holmes, meanwhile, disclosed that he had been living alone in his Manhattan apartment since last summer. The couple continued by saying that once their individual divorces were finalized, they intended to make their relationship public. They claimed to have written a press release, which they never distributed. "I still have it on my phone," stated Holmes. "You expressed where you were at in your marriage, and I made certain remarks on my divorce proceedings, but they were never made public." Robach remarked, "You have no idea what to do." The two considered naming the podcast Scandal less, Holmes added in jest, because this was the scandal that wasn't. Robach and Holmes have been more at ease flaunting their love in public since their affair came to light, and they now go on several romantic adventures both domestically and overseas. Robach and Holmes made their official red carpet debut together this past weekend at iHeartRadio's Jingle Ball 2023.